Okay, here are the last part of the notes, which is the second half of the problem sets in this assignment. Okay, so the good thing, it's not really anything new much, but just the way the problem is presented is what's different. Okay, so here's the directions. Write this down for what the directions are going to ask you to do in each problem. Angle C is a right angle. Well, we've been seeing that. They're telling you which one's the right angle. Okay, find the side indicated to the nearest tenth. And we've also been doing that rounding off, right? Gonna round off to the tenths place. So the only new and the only thing different here is that instead of them actually giving you the triangle and labeling everything in the angles, they're not gonna do it. So it's the same type of problems, but it's not directly given to you. The triangle's not already drawn and all that. It's just gonna do something like this. It'll say find B, right? Side B, lowercase letters or sides, if the measure of angle B, that's what this stands for, these symbols. The measure of angle B is equal to 68 degrees. And then they're going to give you another piece of information. A is equal to 4. Okay, so you have to remember, lowercase letters are, well, let's do this. Let's break this down. Here's your task to find B, find side B. Okay, so we know what we need to do. We know that the angle, the measure of angle B is 68. And they're giving you a side. They're giving you that A is equal to 4. Okay. So here, if anything, and again, I covered this in worksheet 1, you have to draw out your own triangle, label the sides, label the angles. So again, the orientation does not matter. I can draw a triangle this way. And I know that C is the right angle, right? And I know the capital letters are the angles or the vertices, right, the corner. So if that's C and the other sides are A and B, well, I gotta have a capital A and I have to have a capital B. And then you know that the sides are what? The lowercase letters. So first I'm gonna draw this triangle. Across from angle A is side A. Across from angle B is side B, right? Again, lowercase. And then if the right angle is C, capital C, then the side C is the hypotenuse. Across, right? You can go across there and see that too. So once you have it drawn out, capital letters are angles, lowercase are the sides. Now I'm going to come over here and fill in this information that I know. I'm gonna draw it over again because it's not going to be too sloppy or too busy here if I do it over here. So real quick. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the fact that what B is 68 degrees. Angle B is 68, so that's right there. Side B is the one they're asking you to find, so put that there. And then they're going to give you another side. Remember, A is equal to, side A is equal to 4. Side A is right here. And so now, see, now it's going to look like the first set of the problems where the triangle is already drawn for you. That's the only thing new for these problems. They're just going to give you this part. Your job is to draw it out. You should know how to label the triangles. I went over this in worksheet in video 1. And make sure you put the parts correctly, and then we can solve it. Okay, so from here we begin to find the value of side B. Okay, how do we start? Oh, we label the sides. This is the hypotenuse side. We're not using the hypotenuse side. But this would be it. So we're using the opposite side and the adjacent side. And then here's where you start looking into which function you're going to use. Are you going to use SO or KA or TOA? Which side to use? Well, it's the one that has the one you're trying to find and the side that you know. So the O and the A. O and the A is right there. That means you're using tangent. T is for tangent, right? The function, the trig function. We got tangent of the angle is equal to opposite over adjacent. And we have our information. We got an angle, we got the opposite side, we got the adjacent side. Tangent of what? 68 degrees is equal to, opposite is B, adjacent is 4. All right. And then we solve. Once we set this up and we have this proportion, right? Remember, we want to see this as a ratio, so tan 68 over 1 is equal to B over 4. We've already learned to do this. We cross multiply. And this is the one where, oh, it's going to be 1 times B is B is equal to what? 4 times what? 4 times tangent of 68. So you get B is equal to 4 times tangent of 68 degrees. We do that on the calculator. Let's see. 4 tangent 68. 9.90. Oh, good. I don't have to round off. It's already rounded off to the nearest tenth. There you go. B is equal to 9.9. That's the measure of that side B. All right, let's look at one more real quick. Number 2. Again, they're not going to draw the triangle for you. That is part of the task here for the problems to know how to do that. Find C if the measure of angle A is equal to 34 degrees. And then they're going to have to give you another side. All right, let's see. Let's pull information out of here. What do I know? Well, I know that we have to find side C. Got to find side C. We know that what? The measure of angle A is what? 34. Got that? And they give us another what? Another side. B is equal to 4.5. Side B is 4.5. Let's start off by drawing our triangle here. Let's see, what if I draw it this other way? Just to mix it up. What if somebody draws it this way? It doesn't matter. Again, C is your right angle, AB. And then what? This would be side C across from there. Across from A would be side A. Across from B would be side B. All right. With that, I would go to, I'm going to draw it over again. Got C, I got A, I got B. What do I know? Angle A is 34. That is right here. Side C is the one I'm trying to find. Put it here. And B, the measure of side B is 4.5. Side B is across from angle B, 4.5. All right. We don't need to put this other one. We don't need unnecessary information. This is what we need to focus on here. All right. So we got one angle and one side. If you have a right triangle with one angle and one side, you should be able to use trigonometry here to solve these missing parts, these missing sides. Okay, so how do we start? We label off the sides. Label the side, right? Don't just look at a blank triangle. Hypotenuse side is right there. Opposite side of this angle, the angle's right here, so the side opposite of it is the opposite side. That makes this the adjacent. So which two are we working with? Well, not this one. There's nothing here. Here's the one I know. Here's the one I'm trying to find. I'm using the A and the H. Which function has A and H? Let's see. So, ga, toa. Which one has the A and the H? Here you go. Not using that, not using that. That's how you know which function to use. C stands for cosine. Cosine is equal to A over H. And I have an angle, I have an A, and I have an H. So that's going to be cosine of 34 degrees is equal to A, 4.5, over HC. There's how you set it up. That's how you use these trig ratios and these trig functions to learn how to solve these missing parts. And now to solve it, we set it up as a what? As a proportion. Cosine of 34 over 1 is equal to 4.5 over C. Cross multiply. Cross multiply. Let's start with the variable. That's going to be C times cosine of 34 is equal to 1 times 4.5. That's going to be C times cosine of 34 is equal to, well, when you multiply that, you get 4.5. This is the one where you have to get the C by itself, and you have to do what? Divide by cosine of 34. So you'll be left with C is equal to 4.5 divided by whatever cosine of 34 degrees is. When you do that on the calculator and you round off, you're going to get, let's see, 4.5 divided by cosine 34 equals 5.42. 5.42, the 2 does not round this up to a 5, so it's 5.4. All right, there it is. Good luck with the assignment.